Hello, this is Flights in Asia, and in this video, we'll be heading to Australia, where Qantas has announced adjustments to its Asia network, which will see the launch of a new route to the Philippines and more flights to Singapore and India. However, the Australian airline announced it would suspend services on its lone route to the Chinese mainland. As part of the recent announcement, Qantas announced it would launch a new route to the Philippines between Brisbane and Manila, the Philippine capital, on October 28. Using Airbus A330 aircraft, Qantas will operate 4 weekly flights on the route, the second to the Philippine capital, where it currently operates daily flights between Sydney and Manila. The second market covered in this shift is Singapore, where Qantas is planning to add a total of 2,500 weekly seats between Australia and Singapore, a 10% increase of its operations between the two countries. The first of the two routes that will see increases in flights will be between Brisbane and Singapore, where from October 27, the flight frequencies between the two cities will increase from 7 to 9 times weekly. The flight schedules for the Brisbane-Singapore flights will be timed for connections with the daily Singapore-London Heathrow flights, which would reduce travel time between Brisbane and Heathrow by around 4 hours. Then on December 11th, Qantas will increase flights on the Sydney-Singapore route from 14 times weekly to 17. Shifting to India, Qantas announced it would operate extra flights between Sydney and Bengaluru during the northern winter, southern summer peak holiday travel season. Between mid-December 2024 to late March 2025, Qantas will increase its flights between Sydney and Bengaluru from 5 times weekly to daily. During the 4 months of that travel season, Qantas will be adding over 12,000 seats on that route. While expanding its services to the Philippines, Singapore, and India, Qantas will be taking a step back in the China market, as it will suspend services between Sydney and Shanghai's Pudong Airport from July 28. According to Qantas, following the resumption of the flights between Sydney and Shanghai in October 2023, the airline stated that demand has not recovered as anticipated for the route, and the airline will use the aircraft deployed on the route to boost flights to other destinations across Asia with increasing demand. In a statement, Cam Wallace, the CEO of Qantas International, said, quote, "Since COVID, the demand for travel between Australia and China has not recovered as strongly as expected. In some months, our flights to and from Shanghai have been operating around half full." While suspending services to China, Qantas added that it would further monitor the market closely and will look to return to Shanghai when demand recovers. With the suspension of its Sydney-Shanghai route, Qantas will have no direct air link between Australia and mainland China. The airline still operates flights to Hong Kong, where travelers bound for China could make connections via the city through its partner Cathay Pacific. Going forward, China Eastern will be the lone airline operating direct flights between Sydney and Shanghai. What are your thoughts on Qantas's adjustments for its Asia network? I definitely would love to hear your take, though. In the meantime, this has been Flights in Asia. Thank you for watching and have a great day.